So Cathie Wood, the CEO of ARK Invest, decided to drop $36 million into this stock, Cathie Wood right here, and that stock is Roblox. So check this out. They recently just added 519,000 shares into the newly public Roblox, which I just made a video about a few days back, literally when they just started trading. And you can see that Cathie Wood decided to invest literally $36 million plus, depending on when she got in, into Roblox. Now, my first video I talked about Roblox, I kind of just mentioned some quick things off of the revenue, and I was stating how it might be a little overvalued. But in this video, I'm going to deep dive more into the potential of Roblox and why there might be a future for you maybe to consider, and also give you some insights because, again, Cathie Wood doesn't just throw money randomly into stocks hoping they go up. At least I would hope so. They don't. So for them to drop 36 mil into this company, there must be something that they see that maybe someone else isn't seeing, right? So let's just take a look right now at the stock price. And just remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do research before making any investments. But when the stock started trading, right? I mean, they started that the price point was supposedly at 45 bucks, and then literally they started trading, and I never saw it even anywhere close to 45, right? Here on this chart, it states that 60, I believe, $60 and like 0.90 cents, give or take, around that area was a low. And then we had the all-time highs of, looks like $78 and like 90 cents, give or take. So within this price range, you made like a 10% give or take gain, depending on when you got in. But ever since it hit the 78 plus all-time high, it just pretty much has been downtrending, and the market is currently closed right now. This is the weekend when I'm recording, so it last closed here at $69.50. So now, do I think this is worth it right now to get in? Again, so in my personal opinion, if you just look at the revenues, which you can quick Google search, it's close to about $1 billion, right? And if you were just to multiply that, that would be essentially a 40 plus X multiple based off of this current price point, right? Which, in my opinion, that's quite high, right? I don't know many companies that you evaluate, over plus 20x, maybe if you're even generous, right? So for being 40 plus X right now, just off revenue alone, right? This isn't talking about like future potential. I would say I think it's overvalued. Now, I'm going to definitely show some insights on why I think the future of this company could be interesting. And then maybe I'm completely wrong, but maybe the price will slowly dip and then just keep going up. Again, I don't know. But based off this trend right here, it could do like an Airbnb, because I was following Airbnb when they first started trading, and I thought that thing was going to just keep dropping and dropping. And it basically kind of dropped and then just kept going up from there. So who knows? But I mean, right now, let's take a look at some interesting insights that aren't just basing off of like financials, right? Because there must be a reason that Cathie decided to get in here and drop 36 mil. And there's this one article I found that's quite interesting. Now, if you never played Roblox, which I'm guessing a lot of you haven't, is most likely, from my understanding, it's made for kids, especially young kids. So if you have kids, probably you know about this. If you don't, then you could just quick Google search, which I'll show you like a YouTube channel in a second of someone playing this. But basically, this article talks about the metaverse, right? And this is essentially the dream behind the potential 38 billion valuation, right? Now, just looking at metaverse and sort of the definition, right? It's trying to make something in the gaming space that's essentially global. Everybody's going to be interacting with this, and it's kind of like its own world, I guess, if you want to put it in short terms. And pretty much you can see here, like they state, obviously I mentioned it earlier, that the valuation is quite unusual given its financials, right? Because obviously they're only making like a bill. That's not even talking about profit based off of my readings. That's just close to revenue, right? And they say that that's actually companies betting on something much bigger, which I mean, I would hope, right? And then they state here they are building the metaverse concept, or a virtual world where people can gather to play, work, and socialize. So, like, this was interesting pick. Have you ever seen this movie, Ready Player One? And if you haven't, basically, I don't remember exactly every detail, but pretty much everybody lives on like this virtual world, right? They, like in the video, it looked like people were living in like, random places around the planet where, the place might not look as wealthy and rich. They're like, some people like living in like a bunch of like cars, and looks like kind of like a junkyard type scenery in the movie. but more like futuristic. And then everyone has like these virtual, like similar to, I guess you could say, VR goggle headsets. And basically you would just like play this game and compete against each other. Now, that's kind of like the idea, I guess, they're trying to replicate, except it's using Roblox, I'm assuming, unless they were to change and make other games. And you can see this article talks more about some details, but like here, just a little quick, just a little picture image showing that too. But basically, this is like one of the biggest things that they're saying, right? Because once they can get more people to essentially collaborate, because if you think about it, right, VR, AR, augmented reality, all of that stuff is becoming the norm, right? That is slowly going to become the future where people will literally interact through virtual reality computers, which we already do today, except it's going to be so realistic and lifelike that people just don't want to do anything in the real world, right? That seems to be the trend. Maybe it's going to happen in a decade, 20 years, who knows? But I can already see that stuff happening. A lot of stuff's moving towards online. And that's like why I think some people are looking at Roblox as a completely different play. Now, would they be the ones that pioneer this? I don't know, because currently right now, like if you check out this other article on Yahoo Finance, they talk about like major challenges, and based off my understanding, the audience for Roblox is like really young. I don't know the exact number, obviously, but like even they said like 12 or 13 years and below. And I mean, if you know if you're a kid, or maybe you might be able to relate, but like as you get older, the things you like as a kid, even the TV shows and everything, they slowly become like a thing of the past. You don't really watch them anymore as you get older. You start changing and doing other things. So they say that's one of the challenges potentially is if all of their audience is currently young kids and then they start to grow up, 3, 4, 5 years from now, they lost like half their audience and they have to attract a completely new audience, which at that point, who knows what another game is going to come out or other company, new technology, VR, AR, etc. So that's something that's interesting. And I mean, we can check out here just some quick fun facts, but this is what's really cool, is they had right here 31.1 million daily active users as of September of 2020, right? So this is like the previous daily active users for last year's and whatnot, but 31 million daily, like literally playing every day, that's insane. Right now, even having 30 million users in a year is quite impressive, I'd say. But for that daily, if I'm reading this correctly, every day they had an average, or let's just say this was like the peak, that's literally an insane amount of users playing this game, right? So that's crazy to see. And then also there's a video, a little interview talking about like previous things they used to do with like collaborations. They showed one with Nike. I can't speak too much on the details about that because I don't play this game, but they're talking about there's like, in-brand integrations, partnerships, things like that, collaboration details that could work with Roblox from like a revenue generating perspective. And in terms of like the user base, right, it seems quite solid. If they were to build this metaverse, this mega global world where everybody's just interacting with everyone, I'd say that is going to be a big deal. And like they say, majority are under 13. So pretty much, like I mentioned earlier, it's like once they grow older, like are they still gonna want to help build up the game, develop, make platforms and stuff like that, or they're just gonna move on, right? And they're trying to look. It looks like here they're trying to grab older users too. So again, I mean, depending on what age group you are, there's certain things that you like or don't like, but who knows, right? Also, too, is quarantine probably did help boost Roblox user base because everyone's just stuck at home. So is that gonna last once they leave and go back out in the real world? Who knows, right? Maybe for most kids they don't really go out that much anyways, so that might not be a big deal. But definitely there's some cool, interesting insights to look at here. And then I want to leave it off with this thing, right? So this is someone commented actually on my other video sharing this link, and pretty much he stated here, or they stated that this was the top most subscribed Roblox account on YouTube. I did do like a quick reference stating like people on YouTube, and especially for the gaming industry, they have massive followings, like multi-millions of subs. So in terms of the marketing, I mean, it markets itself right here, right? And just like look at this person's views, right? Literally yesterday, 1 million plus people have seen this. Day before, 1 million. This is just one channel of, I'm sure, of hundreds or maybe thousands of Roblox channels. So in terms of like the marketing for this, I don't think they have to really worry about that. I think what they need to worry about more is actually, doing things that would, one, increase their revenues, two, maybe attract more of an audience that's not just kids, and then overall be the dominating player in this gaming space. So if that were to happen, we could see the price maybe go forward and increase based off of that. But again, I think it's definitely a long-term play if they were to do it. Again, looks like Cathie's bullish on this too based off of their investment. So who knows what's going to happen. But do let me know your thoughts on Roblox and your price predictions in the comments below. And do you think it's overvalued? If not, definitely let me know your reasoning below. And aside from that, if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then all you need to do is click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account. And as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. And aside from that, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to see more updates on the market. Give this video a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.